If you're sensitive to noise or simply a light sleeper, then wearing earplugs to bed might be a good solution. Today I'm going to talk to you about my latest discovery, the Softbliss Comfort, and why I think they're worth looking into. Let's find out more. So to give you some context, I've done reviews on the channel for earplugs in the past. I am a light sleeper and my bedroom overlooks the street, and I'm often woken up early in the morning to sound of people talking or cars or loud motorcycles. So I've been wearing earplugs to sleep for quite some time now, and because of that I've tested dozens of different earplugs and I've reviewed a bunch on the channel before. The ones I had settled on are the Alpine earplugs, which I also reviewed last year, and I've tested a bunch of different earplugs, different materials, different shapes and forms and sizes to find the best fit for my weird ears. And I say I have weird ears because it's very hard for something to stay put in my ears. Even earbuds, so something like the AirPods Pro, they do not fit in my ears. That's why I have memory foam ear tips. Otherwise, it's just fall off. Add to that the fact that my left ear has a narrower ear canal, which makes it even harder for ear tips to stay put in my ear. Up until now, as I said, I have been wearing the Alpines, and these fit me quite well. I really like the double ridged design over here, and I think that helps in the fit and for them to stay put in my ear. Having said that, for them to stay put in my ear, I have to shove them in deep inside, which I'm not going to say is painful, but it does give it a little bit of discomfort, so you do feel there's something stuck in your ears. They work, they stay put, they block out noise, I can sleep. But since I reviewed these last year, I was wondering if there's anything new that might be better. Now, last year I tried the loop earplugs after seeing a lot of ads for them, and unfortunately they didn't work. But I saw they have two new models, which I was excited to try in case they do work. The first one is the Loop Dream, which is quite interesting because it has a combination of memory foam and silicone, which I was quite excited to try. And the other loop model was the Quiet 2 Plus. And those were interesting because they had that double ridged design, which in my opinion usually fits my ears best. And to my disappointment, none of them would stay put in my ears. Now, incidentally, around that same time, Softbliss reached out to me asking if I would be interested in reviewing their earplugs. So of course I said, yes, sure. I welcome any opportunity to find decent earplugs that fit my ears. So they sent over a pair. And yes, this is a sponsored review. I did get these for free. However, it is still my objective and unbiased opinion. Matter of fact, Softbliss don't even know what I'm gonna say in this review. So I have complete editorial freedom despite it being a sponsored review. Now, to be honest, I wasn't very optimistic about the Softbliss staying put in my ears. And that's simply because they have a design very similar to most earplugs, and it's not a double ridged design. However, they do have something special, which ended up making all the difference. Before I tell you about that, let me briefly tell you about the two loop models that I got. So the first one is the Loop Dream, and as I said, it uses a combination of foam and silicone. So the outer layer is very soft silicone, and then if you see over here, it has some foam. Now, I've read that this makes it less durable, so chances are you would need to replace the Dreams much sooner than traditional earplugs that are just silicone. But the idea of having foam actually intrigued me because I thought it would give me a good fit. Unfortunately, it didn't. They would not stay put in my ear no matter what size that I tried. Although they have a very, very nice and soft feel. I really wanted to like them, but unfortunately they didn't work for me. And they do come with 4 different sizes. So the mediums are on by default, and then you have the extra small, the small, and the large. Unfortunately, none of these worked, so these are going back. Next up, the Quiet 2 Plus. Now, I was a bit more optimistic that these would fit my ears because they have those double ridged design, as I said. They also come with 4 different sizes, actually 8 different size ear tips. You've got the medium, large, small, extra small, but they come in 2 different designs. The single tip, as you can see over here, and the double tips or double ridged ones that you see over here. But again, despite the double tip design, they would not stay put in my ear and they would just fall off if I twist and turn in bed, which is something I sometimes do. And then I got the Softbliss ear tips, and off the bat, when you open the box, you notice two things. The first one is that there's 5 different sizes of ear tips rather than the typical 3 or 4. You've got large, medium, small, extra small, and XXS, which is nice. But more importantly, you get 5 ear hooks in addition to the 5 different ear tips. And this is what makes all the difference. So these ear hooks, and they remind me of the Bose stability bands that they've introduced in their Quiet Comfort earbuds, which played a major role in enhancing the fit of earbuds. They follow the same concept, and what they do is give you additional stability. Once you put the earplugs in and twist them in place, they stay completely put if you find the right size hook, because that hook goes under your ear from here and keeps the earplugs in place. And I absolutely love the fact that you get 5 different sizes of both the ear tips and the ear hooks. And it took me a while to find the right combination size. And with my left ear having a narrower ear canal, I do use different sizes for each ear. But once I found the right combination of the right ear tip and the right ear hook, I was amazed at how well they worked. And the best part of the Softbliss is that they are very, very comfortable. You barely feel that they are there. And honestly, that was the major advantage over the Alpines, which, despite being secure, stay fit in my ear, and block out noise well, you do feel there's something shoved in your ears. Now, I do want to mention a quick disclaimer to set expectations. In general, reusable silicone ear tips, like any of these, don't offer the best noise blocking capabilities. Matter of fact, all these are rated at 27 NRR. Actually, the loops are at 27 SNR, which means effectively they're a few decibels less in the NRR rating system. But more or less, they're all around that range, which is, to my knowledge, the highest NRR rating you can get with silicone reusable ear tips. If you want the best noise blocking capabilities, you have to go for something like foam earplugs, like these, for example. And as you can see, they offer 33 NRR of noise blocking. And I've tested a lot of these foam ear tips, as you can see. But my problem with the foam ear tips is, first of all, they're not reusable, they're disposable. So there's a lot of waste, but also you have a running cost where you have to keep purchasing them. But also part of the reason why they block out more noise is with how they work. Because they are foam, you roll them until they compress, and then you put them in your ear, and that foam expands to fill all the space in your ear. So it creates a much better seal. That's why it blocks more noise, but that comes at the expense of comfort. Because it expands to completely seal your ear, they are far less comfortable than silicone ear tips, and they do cause pressure in your ears and sometimes pain as well. Now, for my personal use cases, I don't need to block out a lot of noise. I don't have a snoring partner or a lot of noises that I need to drown. I just need a little bit of noise reduction to drown down the city noises or people talking outside my bedroom window. And this is why silicone earplugs work perfectly for me. They're reusable. I can use them for a very long time. I don't have a running cost, and they're very much more comfortable than memory foam. But keep your expectations in check. They're not going to completely eliminate loud noises. They're just going to bring them down a little bit. So don't get these expecting them to completely block out noises, because they won't. In addition to how soft the Softbliss ear tips are, you do have different ones for the right and left ear. And I like the fact that they are labeled in large letters with R and L for right and left ear, which makes it easier in low light or at night when you're about to go to bed to find the left and right ones, which is nice. The tips as well are labeled. It's hard to see on camera, but there's a L, M, S, XS, or XXS on the ear tips. I wish the ear hooks were also labeled. Unfortunately, they're not, but that's not an issue because you're only gonna experiment with the right combination the first time around. And then once you find the right one, it's just going to stay put. So that wasn't a big deal. And they also come with this pouch to store them, which is nice. But to be honest, I would have preferred something like what the loop comes in. It's much smaller to start with, but also, in my opinion, it's easier to store them and take them out every night and every morning versus something like this, but that is not a deal breaker by any stretch. To be honest, I'm really happy to have found earplugs that are very comfortable and stay put in my ears, which I can sleep while throughout the night, sleep on my side, twist and turn, and come morning, they're still going to be in my ears. I'm not going to lose them in the bed or wake up in the morning because one just fell off, which is what usually happens with a lot of the ones that I've tested. And best of all, they're extremely comfortable. So if you are in the market for reusable silicone ear tips, I definitely invite you to check the Softbliss. They might be the solution for a great night's sleep. I'll put links in the description to the product page of the Softbliss. And as always, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.